Hello, welcome to Verbling. I am teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are going to be looking at the quantifiers every and all. As a matter of fact, for the next 3 days, we're going to be looking at different quantifiers uh, at this time slot here on Verbling, so you're welcome to join me if you want to know something more about some confusing quantifiers that we use to tell basically how many or how much of something. For today's class, we're specifically looking at every and all. Okay, well, let me welcome students to the class. Hello, Heidi.
Hello, nice to see you again. I have a question about quantifiers. Before I learned about that, a little and a little is different, I heard so, but I forgot how different they are.
A little, what is it? A little and a little.
A little, or not a?
No, not okay, they're, yeah, that's, okay. There's a little milk in the refrigerator, okay? You have to be a little, it can be a quantifier or it can be an adjective that means small, you know. I don't have a short pencil, but you know, little. You have to be a little bit careful. Ooh, a little bit careful. Careful. You can't have two carefuls. Um, okay. We often use little without a for uncountable nouns. There's little milk, and it usually means that it's not enough. Okay, so it's often used to show that it's not enough. There's a slight difference in meaning. As opposed to say there's a little bit of milk, maybe there is enough. But frankly, this is a very subtle and small difference. And to be quite honest, native speakers, I know what you're talking about, but native speakers, this is one that we generally totally ignore. Nobody knows this.
I beg to differ.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I've been having this question for quite some time, and I read in a book that pretty much a little, oftentimes means some. So when you say I have a little money to go shopping, you mean I have enough money to go shopping. And if I say I have little money to go shopping, that means that I'm gonna go shopping, but I'm not gonna have enough money to buy what I really want to buy.
Okay, and that's what I just said. Yes, little implies without a that you don't have enough. That's right.
Yeah, but I do think that native speakers do tell the difference, especially when they speak.
Maybe it's not me.
Maybe you are not a true native.
Yeah, maybe.
You are just fooling us.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
So there you go. All right. So that's the difference, basically. A little. I agree with you. A little means some, and when we just say little without a, it implies not enough. All right. And, I agree with that. I agree with you. Okay. Anyway, that's the difference. Okay. Anyway, hi Julio.
Hello, teacher. Nice to see you again.
To see you as well. And also Alan has joined us. Hi, Alan.
Hi, teacher. Thank you.
Welcome to the class. Okay. Let's just jump in and get started. I'm gonna basically kind of lecture you guys for a little bit, bring up some points. So while I'm at it for maybe 10 minutes or so, any questions, just go ahead, interrupt me, shout out, so I know you have a question, I can address it. I appreciate the questions. Don't worry about interrupting me. All right, and after that, we're going to do a whole lot of exercises to illustrate the things that I talked about. So, okay, here I go. I'm going to do a screen share and just discuss this with you all. Okay. First we're going to look at all when we use it with everybody or everyone. We do not normally use all to mean everybody or everyone. For example, everybody had a great time at the party. Not all enjoyed the party. Although, frankly, I have heard that it sounds extremely formal, almost ceremonial. So I would disagree slightly with my own material here. I think it can be used, but it's a little strange, and definitely not normal conversation, but a little like a formal announcement to the public or something. I've heard it used that way. However, we do use all of us, all of you, all of them. So, for example, all of us had a great time at the party. You would never say everybody of us. Okay, so when you use it in a phrase, we can use it with these phrases with of. No problem. Again, obviously, this is being used as a subject noun. So, all right. So both of these sentences are very, very close in meaning. Everybody had a great time at the party. All of us had a great time at the party, including yourself, of course, using us.
I've heard good Christmas to all. So that
Yeah.
would be like an exception of the first one, the first rule.
And that's exactly what I was thinking about, actually, when I was mentioning it's very formal and public, and I was actually exactly thinking of holidays. And yeah. Yeah, strangely enough, you're right. Absolutely. This weird exception comes up it's exactly the example I was thinking of. All enjoyed the festivities. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, precisely.
It
Strangely.
sounds like taken from a Dr. Seuss book. That kind of
Yeah,
feeling.
well, okay. And I was thinking of like a banquet, when they would hold a big banquet or a feast. All gathered, enjoyed the festivities, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all and everything. Okay. Sometimes you can use either. I'll do all I can to help. I'll do everything I can to help. Notice here we're looking at all and everything here is a object noun. All I can. This is very common. All you need. We do not normally use all alone. Well, that's strange. I don't get it there. He thinks he knows everything, not he knows all. Man, I don't know. Well, okay. We might use a different hyphenated adjective, all-knowing. Okay. Somebody outside the class is asking a relevant question. So when the subject is not known, we use everybody. Well, no. And why don't you join the class? Because I'd like to clarify your question, because I'm not sure. Maybe and maybe not. Everybody says that. Okay. Then yes, but I don't know if I understand your question. So come on in, join us, so I can talk about it with you.
Teacher, I think I've heard he knows it all. He thinks he knows it all.
He thinks he knows it all. I think you have. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Or we use a lot of different, hyphenated. He's a know-it-all, to talk about an actual noun as a noun. we use all-knowing as an adjective. Yes, our all-knowing manager has just made another rule like that. He thinks he knows it all. Yes, we do use that very specific phrase. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, here's another example. Our holiday was a disaster. Everything went wrong. Yeah, we would never say all went wrong. We do use he knows it all. It's very common, actually. I guess it's just a phrase. It is just a phrase, a very colloquial phrase. You can say all about. He knows all about computers. Obviously, it wouldn't work with he knows all computers. He knows everything about computers? Yes, sure. You can say that as well. You cannot say all. Okay, I see what they're saying. So we all need some help. He knows it all I can, all you need, all about. That's the point here, is we generally collocate all with another, some kind of helper word, but we almost never use it by itself. That's the main point here. Okay. We also use all, but not everything, to mean the only thing or things. For example, this would be a common sentence. All I've eaten today is a sandwich, meaning the only thing. The total might be another way to look at it. All I know is he's crazy, okay? The total of what I know, or the only thing I know, is that he's crazy. Might be another example. Okay. Dearly. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry. When the subject is undefined, you use everybody. Undefined is, yeah, a better way to put it. Okay. Like everybody in town goes to church on Sunday. Well, is that undefined? Not really. I guess I can define it by using a prepositional phrase. Everybody in the room was intoxicated. So, okay, when we use everybody, doesn't necessarily mean it's always undefined. We can easily define it with a prepositional phrase. And we usually do. And we can use it without one, okay? Everybody says that. Everybody goes to that club. Everybody knows about it. Okay, we're obviously exaggerating, because when we use it without a prepositional phrase to define it, clearly everybody on earth doesn't go to that nightclub. That doesn't make sense. So we do use it as an undefined. So yes, I guess the answer is we can use it like that. But if we need to be specific, we generally define it with a prepositional phrase. I hope that answers your question. I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Another thing about everyone, everybody, everything. These are singular words. We use singular verbs. For example, every seat in the theater was taken. Everybody has arrived, not everybody have arrived. All right, that's pretty straightforward. But we use they, them, and their after everybody or everyone. Notice the example. Everybody said, everybody. Okay, I guess undefined subject noun. Said the verb. They enjoyed themselves. Okay. All right. All right. So it is possible to use these, obviously, plural pronouns after everybody. Any questions about that?
No, clear.
Okay, all right. All I've eaten today is a sandwich. This is correct. All I have eaten today. Yes, because your main verb here is present perfect tense. Up to now, what is it? All I've eaten today, comma. All is a sandwich. No, that's fine. It's interesting. Well, probably because of the present perfect. You're using is. All I ate today was a sandwich. I would say that way with was. Okay,
Yeah, probably you wouldn't use was because it is connected with the present, so probably you can use something else.
that's right. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying because the present perfect has an attachment to now. If I said all I ate today, then I would definitely say was a sandwich. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Whole and all. Hole in one. Whole and all. Whole. Using whole. All right. To mean complete and entire. And usually we're going to use whole with singular nouns. Some examples. Did you read the whole book? All right. Again, entire or complete. Emily has lived her whole life in the same town. Okay. Up till now with the present perfect. Yeah. Okay. I was so hungry, I ate a whole packet of biscuits. All right. Okay. Notice that we use the article the specific article the before in a phrase with whole, which makes sense because we've defined it. Or obviously we can use pronouns. Okay. So look at these phrases: her whole life, the whole time, the whole book. Okay. Well, we need to have some kind of article. Here we have a whole packet of biscuits. All right, we don't know which packet. Fine, but the point being we need an article or some determiner, actually, would be the way to say it. As opposed to, the point is, as opposed to all. So how would we say this? Emily has lived in the same town all her life. Or all her life in the same town. Notice I don't need a determiner in front of all when I use it this way. Okay. We do not normally use whole with uncountable nouns. I spent all the money you gave me. Right. It would be very unusual to say I've spent the whole money. It sounds very odd to me. Even if we're discussing a noun, I drank the whole glass of milk. Notice I'm not going to say I drank the whole milk. I'm going to say the whole glass of milk. I'm going to put in some kind of countable noun so that I can make that uncountable countable. That's not unusual to do that. That's normally how we handle that situation. I spent the whole amount of money you gave me. Would sound perfectly normal to me. Okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. Every, all, whole with time words. All right. So notice. All right. We use every to say how often something happens. All right. Notice separated. Every space day, not every day together. Every day together means something else. It's an everyday thing for him to brush his teeth. Now I'm using every day as an adjective and not really a time clause, and it's together. So there's two different words here. When it's separated, it's a time phrase. It's the same as every Monday, every 10 minutes, every 3 weeks, whatever. All right. Let's look at examples with time phrases. When we were on holiday, we went to the beach every day. You would not use all days. That would sound definitely strange. The bus service is excellent. There's a bus every 10 minutes. It would sound very strange to say all 10 minutes. That doesn't even make the slightest bit of sense. Okay. However, all right, how often, meaning how often. However, all day, the whole day, the complete day from the beginning to the end, these are common time phrases. We spent all day, we spent the whole day on the beach. All right. Okay. All right, so this is very common. Dan was very quiet. He didn't say a word all evening, the whole evening. Okay. So we're talking about the duration of time, really. Not how often, but how long. And a very common mistake here, please note this one. We say all day, not all the day. I hear this one all the time. Okay, this is very important. This is when I hear like once a day, I hear this in the class. Okay, we just never say all the day, all the year, all the week, whatever. We do say all the time. This is normal. Okay, I say that all the time, but okay, not all the day. All right, all the time and every time. Now let's talk about that a little bit more. They never go out. They are at home all the time, meaning always, continuously. That's what that means. As opposed to every time, slightly different meaning. Every time I see you, you look different each time on every occasion. Okay. Again, kind of more with all, we're thinking about how long, and with every, we're thinking about how often. Is a general way to think about that. Okay, let's see what else comes up as we try practicing these. All right, so this first exercise we're going to do, we're going to use all, everything, or everybody, / everyone, to fill in the blanks. For example, it was a good party. Everybody had a great time. All right, or all I've eaten today is a sandwich. Fine. As those examples. Heidi, number 3.
Everybody has their fault. Nobody is perfect.
Okay, very good. Notice also the singular use. Everybody has, not have. So great, you are correct. All right, Julio, how about number 4?
Nothing has changed. Everything is the same as it was.
Okay. Strange. All right. I agree with you. All right. All is the same as it was. Again, I have seen that usage. We talked about it a little before, but it sounds very, very formal, almost, I don't know, quasi-religious or something. I think occasionally you will see all being used in this way. Anyway, okay.
One question, Oakley. Is there any difference between everybody and everyone?
Yeah. Well, let me think about that. Okay, everybody in the room is crazy. Everyone in the room is crazy. Everybody says that. Everyone says that. Not really.
Okay.
No, that's why it's kind of slashed here, because it really doesn't make any difference. It's choice. Alan, can you try number 4? Sorry, number 5. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Alan, you still there? Alan? No. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Please.
Yes, sorry. Kate told me everything about her new job. It sounds quite interesting.
Okay. Very good. Now, in this case, I do believe you, because we can use all about is a very common collocation. I think you could use either one. I don't think you're wrong. You're not wrong. Told me everything about her new job. Told me all about her new job. Both would work here.
Okay.
Okay. When we have a little help with all, we can use that. No problem. Heidi, yes, Alan, go ahead. Question?
No. It's clear.
Okay. Heidi, number 6.
Can all write their names on a piece of paper, please?
Okay. Again, that sounds a little strangely formal.
But plural, their names.
Yeah, but remember, we can use with the every words. We often follow it with there. See, that's a little. Yeah, that's a little tricky part.
And everybody.
Whoops. Yeah. Here, where was that? Okay, we can use they, them, and their after everybody and everyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody said they enjoyed themselves. So yeah, that's a little tricky part. You kind of have to remember. Those are like exceptions, I guess, depending on how you want to think about it.
Then can everybody?
Yeah, can everybody write their names on a piece of paper? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mario.
I have a question, teacher.
What? Julio? Sorry.
Yeah, can we say, can everybody write your names on a piece of paper?
Your plural. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Your can be plural. Then. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you
because
can. Sure.
if I'm addressing a group of people, I think, I mean, in
Right.
my mind, I would say your names instead
Mm-hmm.
of their names.
Yeah, I think you could say it either way. I think you're fine saying that because obviously your can be plural pronoun. So yes, it has to work for the rule to hold. Sure. How about number 7 here, Julio?
Why are you always thinking about money? Money isn't everything.
Right. Okay. Now here definitely you're going to use everything. You don't have any help with the all. So money isn't all. Yeah,
Maybe you
just
say
wouldn't work.
money isn't all that matters.
Yeah, see, now if you do that, then all that matters, then it's perfectly fine. All just needs help, and we have all these phrases that we can use. I was thinking, Julio, for example, money isn't the end all and be all. There's another long phrase for you, the end all and be all, meaning everything. It's a long phrase which simply means everything. The end all, and I'll write it so you can see it. Kind of a strange phrase, but I'm going to learn a little bit of vocabulary here. Yeah. So it's a little tricky because all we need some kind of help. It just wouldn't. It's never going to work just by itself. Okay, Alan, number 8.
Okay. I didn't have much money with me. All I had was £10.
Okay. All right, and that's fine. Great. Okay. Using it with the subject noun, fine. All right, Heidi, number 9.
When the fire alarm rang, Everyone left the building immediately.
Yes, they did. Okay, everyone left. Very good. Yep, perfect. No problem with that. Okay, Julio, number 10.
Sarah didn't say where she was going. Ev- all she said was that she was going away.
Okay, very good. Okay, the total of what she said. All right. The only thing, or maybe a better way to think of it. Okay, we can use all when we mean the only thing. This is very common phrasing, by the way. All I know is, all she said was, okay, Alan, number 11.
Okay. We have completely different opinions. I disagree with everything she said. She says.
Very great. Very good. Okay. Right. All right. Again, could we use all here, Alan?
I disagree with everything she says.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you that that is the right answer. Would it be possible to use all?
Uh, Maybe we can use all too.
Maybe, but again, it would be common to do something like this. I disagree with all that she says. It needs a little
Ah,
bit of help. By itself, it sounds weird, okay? Seems strange. And I agree with you. You have the right answer, but I just want to, again, it's kind of tricky knowing how to help out all so you can use it. It's a little bit tricky, so I want to give you as many examples as I can. You have the right answer. No worries. Heidi, how about number 12?
We all did went in the exam. Everybody in our class passed.
Okay. All right. Everyone in our class passed. Okay. Very good. Again, all right. Heidi, could you use all with help?
No, no. All of us.
All of us in our class passed, or all the people instead of us.
All the students.
Yeah. All the students in our class passed. Yeah. Now, see, that would be okay. Again, with some help, that would be possible. All right. Julio, number 13.
We all did well in the exam. All of us passed.
Okay. Yeah, you could never say, now here, you can't say everybody of us passed. That doesn't make sense. So with of, again, a little help. There are lots of phrasing with all of us, all of them, all of you is very common, and that's okay to use as a subject noun. All right, Alan, last one here.
why are you so lazy? What do you expect me to do? All the thing for you?
Nice try. I know what you're trying to do. Yeah, because you knew I was going to ask anyway. Why do you expect me to do everything for you? Well, okay. Here, first of all, here, this phrase, expect me to do everything for you, is a very common, I guess, collocation, just a normal expression almost. It's such a normal thing to say. So that's a very strong collocation or phrase. I have to do everything for you. Okay, it's just this whole concept is very normal. So it would sound very strange for that other reason right there, because of that, because this is basically like a standard colloquial expression. So if you say it another way, it sounds strange.
Okay.
Now, however, okay, if you want to use all, how about this one, Alan? Why do you expect me to do all your work for you? All right.
Okay. Yes.
Now that sounds okay. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's move on to whole. I read the book from the beginning to the end. I read the whole book. This is a more straightforward idea. Let's see if we can zip through this. Heidi, ooh, you're gonna have to do a lot more coming up with a sentence, but
everyone in the team played well. The whole members of whole of the team, whole of the team played well.
no, you can just say the whole team.
Whole team.
Yeah. Teams are countable.
Whole team.
There are 4 teams in the tournament. Yeah, the whole team played well. So you don't have to worry about. I know what you're trying to do. You're concerned that you have to do something else to it, but team's countable. So it's okay. Okay. Julio, number 3.
He ate the whole box of chocolates.
Yeah. Okay. He ate the whole thing. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Wow, I just had a flashback to a terrible commercial series. Okay, Alan, number 4.
Okay, the police came to the house. They were looking for something. They searched everywhere, every room. They searched the whole house.
Okay, searched. Watch carefully your pronunciation with the past tense. The ch sound, ch sound with ed. You need to pronounce the ed as a t sound. Searched.
Searched.
Yeah, searched, watched. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's fine. They searched the whole house. Whole. By the way, whole pronunciation is exactly the same. It's on my phone with whole, like hole in the ground. They sound exactly the same pronunciation-wise. Whole.
Okay.
Whole. The W isn't there at all. Okay. All right, Heidi, number 5.
Everyone in Ed and Jane's family played tennis. Ed and Jane play, and so do all their children. The whole family, Ed and Jane family played golf? No, tennis.
Golf. Well, okay, the whole family plays tennis. Yeah. You don't need of the. You wouldn't say the whole of the family. In fact, you wouldn't do that.
There are 2 families.
No. Just one. Ed and Jane's family. That's it. Yeah. So just one family. Are you asking what if there were 2 family?
Yeah, Jane's family and Ed's family.
Oh, okay. I see. Then it would be everyone in Ed and Jane's families play tennis. Okay. Ed and his family. Ed and all his children. Ed and Jane play, and so do all their children. Okay. Well, it would be a little bit different. So in that case, you wouldn't say the whole of their families play. You would say both.
Both.
Both of their families play. Or if there's 3 families, okay, we want to extrapolate the idea, you would say all. Now you would use all. All of their families play. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So whole, you're really kind of talking, the concept is really one thing, one entire thing, which is why you have a hard time using it with uncountable nouns. Okay. Julio, number 6.
Oh, poor Anne. She worked her ass off yesterday. She worked the whole day. She's so underpaid and so overworked.
Yeah. She worked the whole day. Yes, the whole day. Thank you. Or she worked all day, just not all of the day. All right, she worked the whole day, and we're using whole. All right, you got it. Very good. Alan, number 7.
Okay, Jack and Lisa had a week's holiday by the sea. It's raining from the beginning of the week to the end. It's been raining the whole week.
Yeah. Okay, if you're still
It's
on the
been,
week, but you're talking about them, so it rained.
it's rained the whole week.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know if you would use the perfect continuous. Depends on the situation, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It has been raining the whole week. If it's like Saturday or something, depends when you say it and what the situation is. But okay. Anyway, the whole was correct. All right. Okay. What is this? Number 6. Okay. Now, can you do number 6 with all about Anne?
And worked all day long.
Thank you. Thank you so much for not saying all the day. Thank you. You are correct. Anne worked all day long. That's it. All right. Julio, can you use all in
Jack and
number 7?
Lisa had a week's holiday by the sea. It rained from the beginning of the week to the end. It rained all week.
All week. All week long. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, and thank you for not saying all the week. Great. All right. All right, you're going to use, this one should be fairly simple. Pardon me. To show how often, use every with the whatever you think is the most likely time phrase here. For example, the bus service is very good. There's a bus every 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes is used. All right, whatever you think makes the most sense. Alan, number 2.
Tom is ill. Tom is ill. He has some medicine. He has to take it every 4 hours.
Okay, it's probably the most logical. All right. Yeah, that one works. All right, Heidi?
The Olympics games take place every 4 years.
Of course they do. All right, that one can't be anything else. All right, Julio?
We live near a busy airport. A plane flies over our house every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. I guess the answers are quite obvious. Alan? Last
Martin
one.
goes to the dentist for a checkup every 6 months.
Yeah, I guess so. It would be great if you went every 4 hours. But okay, all right. Very good. All right. Which is the correct alternative? For example, I spent the whole money or all the money you gave me? Obviously, just read the correct answer, as in I spent all the money you gave me. Okay, Heidi, number 2.
Sue works every day except Sunday.
Well, you inverted. You had a little spoonerism there. Except.
Except.
Yeah, you kind of switched syllables or switched consonants. Except. All right, so works every day except. Spoonerism, yeah. Julio, you know what a spoonerism is?
No, I don't.
Okay. It's spelled like this. A spoonerism is when speakers invert or transpose, better transpose two consonants. Like instead of saying accept, she said expect. So she switched the the consonants. And sometimes it can be the consonants or even a consonant combination like BR, or TR, whatever, with two different words in the sentence. Like I chicked the flannel. Okay, I chicked the flannel. What am I saying there?
I checked the clown. CLOWN.
No, what I've done is I clicked the channel,
Oh, I got it.
transpose the CL and the CH sounds. So native speakers do this, and that's called a spoonerism. And sometimes it can be very, very funny. Native speakers do this, whatever. It's just a little slip of the tongue. It can be occasionally be very funny. Everybody does it. It's not a big deal. Native speakers do it all the time. I think native speakers do it more often than learners. Okay, anyway. Number 3. Julio.
I'm tired. I've been working hard all day.
Yeah, well, there you go. Again, with all the day. Alan, number 4.
Is it was a terrible fire. The whole building was destroyed.
Yep, the whole building. All right. Very good. I got to use that determiner. Very good. Good job. All right. Heidi, number 5.
I've been trying to contact her, but every time I phone, there's no answer.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. Meaning each and every time. Heidi, that brings up another question. Can I use each here?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Sometimes we can use each and every interchangeably. Yes. Okay. As opposed to all the time, which is a long duration of time. Right. Very good. Julio? Number 6.
I don't like the weather here. It rains every time. Oh no, it rains all the time. Yeah.
Okay. Right. It rains all the time. Long duration. If you wanted to say how often, it rains every time I try to leave the house, for example. It's a conspiracy. Alan, number 7.
When I was on holiday, all my luggage was stolen.
Very good. What's the problem with my whole luggage, Alan? You know?
Because the luggage is one thing.
Yeah, well, luggage is uncountable. One of those strange ones in English. Strangely enough, luggage and baggage are uncountable. However, suitcase, you can have 3 suitcases, but you cannot have 3 luggages or 3 baggages. Just
okay.
So, one of those weird things where synonyms, one's countable, one's not. Oddly enough. Okay. Well, you guys zip through that. Let me see if I can find. Okay, that was easy. Hang on a second. I just brought it up with Heidi here a second ago. Let me talk about it a little bit more because it's not on the lesson plan for the week. So we got 10 more minutes. You guys zip through the material pretty fast. So let's talk about each and every a little bit more. It is often possible to use each and every, as in each time or every time I see you, you look different. There are computers in each classroom, every classroom. But, Heidi and everyone else, they're not exactly the same. Let's take a look here. Okay, now here's the tough part. Often in English, it's how the speaker's thinking about things that determine things like verb tenses and phrasing. All right, so if the speaker is thinking of things separately, as in one by one, like this, x plus x plus x, okay. So each is more usual for a small number. There are 4 books. Each book was a different color. At the beginning of the game, each player has 3 cards. All right. Each one by one by one. As opposed to every. We think of things as a kind of a group of individual things. It is similar to all. All right. Every sentence must have a verb. Okay, we're talking about the group of all sentences in English, and that's true. Every sentence must have a verb, by the way. So the concept is more like this diagram here, the picture of every being part of a group. In generally speaking, every is used for a large number. Well, there's an absolute infinite number of possible sentences, for example. All right. Kate loves reading. She has read every book in the library. Yeah, it would be sound a little strange here to say she has read each book in the library. It sounds just a little off. And so earlier in the lesson when we saw each and every, and I was asking Heidi, well, fine, somewhere in the middle, okay, we know 3 is a small number. And we know infinite is a large number. So where is the cutoff? Somewhere in between. I don't know. And it's not defined. Okay, so whatever. For you, it may be 12. For somebody else, maybe 20. Whatever. There's a lot of cases where we can use either one. Something in between. Okay. A little bit more. Each, but not every, can be used for 2 things. All right, now this is an important difference. In football, each team has 11 players. Okay, each, because there's only 2 teams. We can't say every team has 11 players. We can say every team in football that plays football must have 11 players if we phrase it quite differently. But here, the meaning is of the 2 teams that play in a football match or game. All right, we use every, not each, when we create time phrases, like every day, every month, every 10 minutes. We just looked at that earlier in the class. We can't say, however, each day. He brushes his teeth each day sounds weird. He brushes his teeth every day sounds perfectly normal. Okay. All right. Looking at some structures we use with each and every. You can use each with a noun. Each book, each student. You can use every with a noun. We can use each alone without a noun. For example, none of these rooms was the same. Each was different. You can't use every alone. Except, well, that's not alone. Every one. Have you read all these books? Yes, every one. Well, it's not alone. But anyway, you can't use every all by itself. You can use each with one. You can use every with one. Each one, every one. You can use each of the, these, them. Read each of these books, each of these sentences. Each of the books is a different color. Each of them. All right. You can use every one of them, but not every of. Every one of those books, these books, the books. All right, but you have to be careful. Make sure that you have one here. You can't say every of. That's it. You just can't ever say every of in English. It's not possible. Also, let's see. You can also use each in the middle or at the end of a sentence. The students were each given a book. These oranges cost 40 pence each. Hard to do that with every. What would you use? You'd use all. The students were all given a book. You can't. It's impossible to use every here. These oranges cost 40 pence every one. No, it just won't work. Okay. All right, and I think I mentioned it earlier today, but here's a little more clear idea. Everyone and everyone. Everyone, which is one word, is only for people, and it can be everybody. Julio, you asked earlier. Equals everybody. It's the same when it's together. Okay, one word. Everyone, two words, can be for things or people, and is very similar to each one. Everyone or everybody enjoyed the party. Sarah is invited to lots of parties, and she goes to every one. All right. If you can substitute every single one, if you can substitute a word in here, then it needs to be separated. Also, if you're talking about something not people, you must separate it. All right. So you need to be careful.
Like everyone enjoyed the party, each one enjoyed it in different way.
Ah. Yeah. Very good. Excellent example, actually. Everyone enjoyed it in a different way. You could use each one in. So that's another way to think about it. If you could substitute each one, the chance, then you probably need the separated version. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can zip through one set of exercises here, at least, with each and every. Okay, each and every. Heidi, number 3.
Is the same length. Each side of the square is the same length.
Probably. So there, every side of a square. I don't know. There are many squares. I don't think it would matter, but you're more correct with each. Julio, number 4.
Every seat in the theater was taken.
All right, definitely. You most likely use every there because there's going to be a lot. Alan, number 5.
There are 6 apartments in the building. Everyone has a balcony.
Okay. Everyone, one word, or everyone, 2 words?
One word.
No. Remember, everyone, one word is a person.
People.
Yeah, so it can't be one word. Okay, it would have to be 2 words. Now here, 6 apartments is not that many, Alan. I would probably say each one has a balcony.
Yeah.
Or
Each
sometimes,
one
yeah.
one.
Sometimes if we're trying to add emphasis, all right, we will do something like this. Every single one has a balcony. In this case, I'm using every as to modify single, so I'm adding emphasis. So that is definitely possible and would be very common. Every single one of them. I would never say, and I couldn't say, each single one of them. That makes no sense. So that's another thing to be aware of. We add emphasis when we're saying each one. And here's another phrase before we go. Each and every one. This phrase is each and every whatever noun. I could use one, or I could use any other noun. Each and every book in the library has a Dewey Decimal Code, like that. All right. Why am I using each and every together? It's simply to add emphasis, okay, to make sure that you understand that no, not a single book is left out. Each and every one of them has a code. All right, so that's another something we didn't look at, but a common phrasing to add emphasis, as well as every single whatever. Every single book in the library has a code. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm out of time, all my time. All the time is gone. Thanks a lot.